What is going on, guys? I'm Simon and welcome to your second XHTML and CSS tutorial. Today we're going to be discussing about how to make our very first website and about what are tags. So basically, if you downloaded Notepad++, I explained how to do that in the last tutorial, and if you don't have Notepad++ currently, I highly recommend you to get it, even though there are some Notepad++ is not available for Mac, but if you're using Windows, I highly recommend getting it right now. So if you click on Notepad++, you're going to get your basic home page, and I want you to go to File and then open a new file, because this is going to be our desk space for now. It's going to be our workspace for writing this XHTML first web page. Now, when you think, I'll be explaining to you what tags are, and basically if you want to put images or documents or links, you're going to be using tags. So tags are basically the pieces of the puzzle for writing a web page. If you're going to be writing a huge page, let's say like Amazon.com's homepage, you're going to be using thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands or millions of tags. And if you're going to be writing a smaller page, you might be using 10 or 15 or 20 tags, but tags are the key element in writing XHTML. Now, the initial tag that you want to be writing, the structure of a tag is going to be a less than sign, then whatever you're going to be writing, and then a greater than sign for your starting tag. Now this tag which you're going to be writing in first is going to be less than sign, now exclamation mark, doc type, and then HTML. This tag is essential in writing any HTML document. I don't want to go into depth about this, but it's kind of just saying that the talking to the computer and saying that this is an HTML document, you can accept it. Now, right after that, you have to write another essential tag, which is key in writing any web page. It's the HTML tag. Now, every tag, most tags actually, well, I'll be showing a couple other types of tags, but every tag is going to be consisting of an opening tag. Sorry, not every tag, but most tags are going to consist of an opening tag and an ending tag. Now, you might be thinking, why do you need a slash? Well, it's just basically telling your computer that this is the opening tag because it has no slash, and because it has the same exact word here and it's the same exact content, everything within here is going to end here. So if you have a bunch of, if you're going to be writing something else, let's say a tag for XXX, and you want to finish it up, then you're going to be probably using a slash XXX. So just remember that style. Now within this HTML part of this document, all the code for writing the website is going to go into. So if you just give yourself some space here, the first thing every single document is going to consist of, every HTML document is going to consist of a head and a body. So the head is basically going to be where all the things controlling the website are going to be, and all the things that are behind the actual web page are going to be stored and written. But the body is going to be where what's going to be displayed and what's going to look nice and how the web page is going to look. But a lot of the stuff in the body you're going to be controlling using the head. But anyway, the head is pretty simple to write. If you haven't guessed already, it's just going to be a less than sign, head, and a greater than sign. Now, immediately I recommend closing it off. So you do less than sign and greater than sign, and within it you can do a slash and then head. Now within here, this is going to be the head. Now the second part of any HTML document is going to be the body. So if you haven't guessed it already, the tag is pretty simple. It is body. And then it's going to end with a slash and then body. Now if you think it's pretty simple that whatever you dream up and you put into tags is going to work, those are just the main tags that are being given right here. But once you get into more complex tags like images, instead of writing like picture, which I wish it would be nice to write that way, you have to write IMG, which initially might sound, what is IMG? But it stands for image. But I'll get into that a little bit later about putting pictures. Anyway, this is going to be a legitimate HTML document. So if you save it, and let's save it onto your file name, let's call it fun website, or let's just call it blank website, okay. Now do not save it to a text file, because if you save your document to a text file, then this is going to be a useless piece of text which you can stare at and enjoy, but it's not going to make a web page. Hopefully you want to make a web page in this class. So if you click on Hypertext Markup Language File, which if you don't know yet, it stands for, it is the abbreviation HTML, and it is Hypertext Markup Language. Oops, sorry, I messed up there. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, so just click on that. Now, if you save the document, I recommend going to desktop, because if you go into desktop, it is going to be a lot easier to access. So if you save it, it's going to pop up as a blank website. Now if you click on this blank website, it gives you blank website. Just what you expected, right? But it is a web page, and it's still a legitimate web page, and your computer probably did not complain. Now if you look at here on the tabs, you're going to see this name, blankwebsite.html. And you might say, well, blankwebsite.html isn't so cool. And I mean, if you go into yahoo.com, let's say, and you look up their tab, it's going to say Yahoo, and that's cool. I mean, who wants their web page to have HTML at the end of it? I mean, unless you're writing an HTML web page, it's not that cool. So if you're going to change the name of the title of the tag, then it's another pretty easy to remember tag. It's called title. Now you want to open it up and then immediately close it. And I mean, some people prefer to do it that way. Others prefer to write it by doing this and writing the title between there. Whatever's your personal preference. I personally prefer to do it the other way, but let's just do it this way for now. Now within the title, you can type in the name of your tab. So choose a name. Let's just say, because it's blank website, let's call it Cool Slate. Not state, slate. I don't think we want to make a cool state. I mean, all the states are already made, but anyway, Cool Slate, that's pretty cool. Now, if we save it and reload it, it's going to say Cool Slate on the top. I mean, you can now edit it any way you want, and it's going to still display whatever you wanted on the top. You can even use numbers, or let's say numbers, or any symbols, and if you save it, if you save it, it's going to, and you reload it, it's going to do whatever you written inside the titles. Now in the next tutorial, I will be teaching you guys how to put some things into this blank space and how to actually put text. In a couple of tutorials from now, we're actually going to go into the cool stuff of actually adding pictures. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and hopefully you'll subscribe to my channel to see whenever I release my new tutorials and series. Thanks a lot for watching.